Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an M12, it's the Tier 7 American SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the command of Moose. Yes, it's another of his long number of replays that we have lined up. I think it was 24 in total that I found. Okay, game on. Well, we've recorded a lot of them already, and there are not many more to do. You've already seen quite a few. If you're watching this right now, you're probably thinking, how many does he send in? Yes, some people do send them in, but they forget how many they've sent in. And so obviously when they do come out, they get a bit of a surprise. Okay, he's looking down range for a target, and a Cromwell B almost skidded off into the water. And he managed to make it all the way down that end and avoided the shell. Now, you only get 20 shots in the M12, limited to the amount of ammunition it can carry. Oh, we've got a KV-2 there, a Chiri. Yes, it's Chiri. In fact, that's a coronavirus KV-2, that one. Bright yellow. Enemy LTG's turned up nearby, and he's probably going to go straight for the dip. Yes, he has. So we've got a danger close by. But there's a bunch of tanks nearby who can probably deal with him. Okay, looking further to the south, that Progetto's using the rocks. Rounds out. This looks good. Lands in front of him, unfortunately, so he missed out on that occasion. The annoying thing is that the enemies put themselves in positions where it's very difficult to get shots on them. The LTG's in the dip. That Charioteer's just over the hill, but he might be able to get around into him. The Progetto's behind the rock, and that, well, yes, that Cromwell, he's popping up every now and then just to take a look, and it looks like our T-3485 is getting fired on by the enemy Arty. In fact, there's 3 enemy Artys, a GW Panther, an S51, and an M44. Rounds out the Progetto. That's better. 265, he stopped, he came forward and drove straight into the shell, and it looks like it also stunned that Jackson, or is that one of our teammates also hitting him? But he's very low on hit points, so a near miss on him is actually going to take him out the game. And he has gone out the game. In fact, it was our Jackson who got him. That Cromwell B is testing that T-3485, tempting him to come around the corner, and yes, you can see that's allowing the enemy Arty to keep putting rounds into him. Sometimes it's just not worthwhile firing at those targets because they keep popping in and out and in and out of the dip, but if he gets it right, he can probably hit those targets. The Progetto is driving defensively now, and it looks to me like he was pulling away from that position. Oh, now he did stay long enough, and I saw the shell disappear. There was no explosion, so I suspect he hit that Progetto as he was pulling away. Yeah, so it is important to stay with the shell to see if it does disappear, because you might have some more damage on the target that you didn't know about. Okay, he's firing around into that Chiri. Yep, 209. Near miss. If the Chiri stays just behind the windmill, he's going to take a pounding. Moose has decided the AMX M449 Liberté is worthy of a round. Direct hit, 320, good strike. Changes position. Always picked up some more stun assist. I think that was another round from one of our Artys that did that. Chiri's backing off. And as they keep reversing like this down the hill, it makes it much easier to do damage to them. Rounds out. Direct hit, 251. Yeah, my advice on those circumstances, if you are sitting in a situation where you're trying to back away from an enemy that's pushing on you like that, sometimes it can be actually more beneficial to drive forward and turn as you're doing that, and then run as fast backwards as you can. That KV-85 is in a very bad situation. 291 hit points off him there. Because of course if you try to back away, you're only going to be reversing very, very slowly, and that makes you an easy target, and that's what the KV-2 is doing at the moment. He's an easy target. Now he did stop and keep interrupting his movement to throw off Arty shells, but Moose is going to work out where he's going to go to. He fires the round in, gets a splash for 73. That KV-2 is going to get tracked with 3 Artys firing at him. Sooner or later he's going to get tracked, and then Artys are going to get direct hits on him, and then he's going to suffer. We're almost ready to go. He's moving again. Moose lines him up, rounds out, lands short. That KV-85 still up on the hill as well, or was up on the hill. He's just been killed by our M44. Oh, now Charioteer trying to sneak up. Going up the lower level, rounds out on him. Oh, just misses it past the rear of his turret as he moved forward. He's obviously going after the T-20 because he has very low hit points, and the T-20 is killed by our S-51, or their S-51. Okay, going for the KV-2 again. Lining him up. Work out where he's going. Rounds out. This should be better. Oh, it goes long this time. Short the last time, long this time. RNGesus is not having a very good go in this game. Charioteer is also being a pain. Lined him up. Rounds out. Yep, direct hit into his side. 265. Charioteer is basically a Cromwell with a different turret on, and yeah, so he's now badly damaged. He's taking damage. Yeah, and he's almost on the way out now. We're going after the KV-2. If we can get a dialed-in shot, we don't need to worry because he's been taken out. Charioteer's a splash kill. We only need to land a shell near him to take him out the game. And in fact, actually, the M44 gets a direct hit. So the enemy's down to two tanks less than us. Moose lining up a shot on that Tiger 2. Fires the round in at the rear of the vehicle. Gets 45 hit points of splash. He's got 5 rounds left now. He's down to 25% of his magazine. He needs to be very careful about what he fires at now because he's only got 5 shots. And there's 7 enemy tanks out there. And up towards the north we've got that Liberté again. There he is. Again, he's potentially a splash kill. I say potentially. If one of the other Artys can actually land a shell near him, he might be depleted enough. Actually, he's not a splash kill at the moment, but two hits would be enough to take him out, I think. Yes, it looks like 2 hits. Oh, there's one. That one definitely hit him. So next time we see him, he'll probably have enough that we can kill him, but we've lost the FCM 50 ton. And we've got a Progetto fairly close to us as well. Only a Scorpion blocking the path, and now I'm afraid Moose is down to 4 shells. There's the Tiger. He's backing up. Might be able to get a shot at him now. Rounds out. Oh, he pulls forward just as he fires, and now he's down to 3 shells without any reward from that one. Well, the enemy knows where the SU-100 is because he's just fired at him, the Arty. And we're going for the Progetto 46. This should be fun. Rounds out. Oh! Landed just behind him in the water, but it still did 141 hit points of stun. And it looks like he got hit again because I saw a tracer go in and no explosion. So I rather suspect he just got shot yet again. And Moose has announced now he's only got 2 shots left, one of which is a premium round. There's the Tiger 2, he's moving. Okay, changing position. People requesting firing him. One of the Artys just hit him. Not sure which one. Moose is firing. And he gets a direct hit over the top of the house. It went over the roof, but it didn't explode the other side. So we know for certain he's hit the top of that Tiger 2. He's currently showing 1,860. Oh, we can see the Tiger's very low on hit points. And he's got his last round of premium HE. And I think he's going to fire it into that bay because he might take out the Tiger with Splash. Rounds out. Oh, he didn't get it, but he did get some stun. So he's absolutely out of ammo. In these circumstances, what you do is you press your C key to transmit the fact that you're out of ammo, and it's very easy to do with the M12, but it's actually a bit, you know, it's not right that other RTs such as the S51 can carry 30 rounds of what is basically the same size ammunition, 152mm shells instead of the 155mm ones on this gun, but it's basically the same type of RT. But they carry 30 rounds and the M12 can only carry 20. And in actual service, the M12 would carry or have an ammunition carrier, which was an identical vehicle without the gun on top. And that would carry all the ammunition that the M12 needed. They carried very few rounds of ammunition on the actual vehicle. You can see just at the back there's a few shells in the back. That's all they carried, around a few shells inside the vehicle. The rest of the ammunition was carried around by the transporter, which was a T-30. And of course that vehicle also carried the crew because they didn't have enough seats for all of the crew on this vehicle. They had to have support vehicles for carrying the shells, the ammunition, and the Germans did the same. The Germans had a Hummel, and they also had another vehicle which was identical to the Hummel, just without the gun, to carry around the ammunition. Well, Moose can't shoot anyone now because he's run out of ammo. But what he can do is he can cap, or he can spot. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to act as bait. I think he might go into the cap circle and act as bait to get the enemy to fire at him, and they'll allow his teammates to take them out. I've done that quite a few times and it does work, because the moment the enemy sees the tank being hit in the cap, they know, they can see the direction the fire is coming from, and they get to work on it. That's the 2-minute siren. Say there's still 3 RT on the enemy team. Tank destroyer and a medium, and there's the tank destroyer, the Jagdpanzer IV. And he's now starting to take fire. Let's hope the other RTs can hit him. He's being hit. Oh, and there he goes. So it's now just this Progetto. He's coming towards us. Moose is deciding to move up because there's bushes between him and the target. But if he can get into the cap circle, it will force that Progetto to act. And there goes the Star 1. There's the Progetto sitting on that hill, and Moose is spotting him. And there he goes. Scorpion G got him from long range. And now Moose can cap. Now he can't cap out all on his own, but he can act as bait. And in these circumstances, don't park in the bushes. I've done that numerous times. I fired a round in, hit the bushes, and taken out the enemy capper. Oh, right now Moose is not going to sit in the cap. He's actually going to go hunting and spotting. Well, spotting actually. The enemy doesn't know he's got no shell. They've got 22 seconds to find the enemy Arty. So rather than sit in the cap and waste his time there, he's actually going to go hunting. They found one of them, the M44. They've just got to find the last one. They found him, the S51. There he is. And he's been spotted, Moose. He's driving straight for the S51. And the S51, he's just been hit there. He's going to ram him. Oh, yes! Kill goes to the KV-85. I think Moose was going to ram him if he could. What an ending to that battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a first class tanker to Moose in the M12. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that one. He managed to get 13. And he got a Confederate medal as well because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see in this battle that it was actually the S51 on the enemy team. The last guy alive, he got 2,710 hit points of damage in that one. Only got a Bruiser though, he didn't get the high caliber. The next high scorer being Moose with 2,374 hit points. And after that, it was the M44 with 2,154. So it's all Arty at the top of the table when it comes to damage. When it came to kills though, it was that Progetto managed to get the highest with 4 kills. Then came the Scorpion with 3 kills, and then there was 2 kills for the M44, the KV-85, the FCM 50-ton, the Star 1 rather, and of course that S51 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was the M44 who did the best. He got 1,071 base XP, and Moose managed to get 1,050, and the FCM 50-ton managed to get 852. Moose fired all 20 rounds of ammunition in his magazine. He should have more ammo really. I think they should adjust that and give him 30 rounds because you couldn't play all 30 rounds, but you can't do that with the S51 anyway. 6 direct hits, no penetrations, 13 splash, damage of 2,374 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle. I think that was either the S51 or the M44. I think it was the S51 actually he spotted. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, none destroyed, but he did do 660 hit points of spotting assist and 1,183 hit points of stun assist off 13 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 32,586 credits, got 30,000 credits from personal missions payout, and after ammunition resupply took away 57,599 credits. He received 1,050 XP, got ×2 for the first victory on this occasion, 788 from personal reserves, and took away 3,938 experience points altogether. So very, very good in spotting. In fact, I made the wrong decision in saying he should cap, because I don't think his teammates would have come over to the cap to start capping. They were more interested in making sure of the kill on the last enemy. And yes, I can understand doing that in terms of it would yield more XP overall for the win, but they had the worry that they might not find that last enemy. And if that enemy had been really sneaky, if that S51 had been so sneaky and gone right up to the top of the hill and sat there, nobody would have known where he was, and then they couldn't win by killing all of the enemy, and they wouldn't have had the option to cap out. So yeah, they took a bit of a risk, but it worked out okay in the end that they did find all of the enemy's tanks within the last few seconds of the game. And it was the last few seconds. There was only a couple of seconds on the clock when they found him, and so it could easily have been a loss, but it turned out okay. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel please, and thank you for watching.